Today was the solar eclipse, and I realized if Bird Box was real, I would have been screwed. To not look like out of pure habit, I would have been done. Like I literally had to like keep myself with glasses on and like not take them off. I felt like a toddler. I'm like, I have to look. Anyways, hi everyone, it's Isabella here, and welcome back to the channel. So you guys had an incredibly good reaction to the video that I made that was talking about like the worst MLM scammers on TikTok. So I was like, you know what? Let's keep going with this. Let's kind of make this into a series where I react to the craziest scammers on TikTok because I think that's so entertaining. And honestly, we're going to expand it to literally anywhere. Okay. So by the way, if there's any platform that you guys see something that is an MLM pitch, a scam, something on TikTok, whatever the case may be, send it to me because I would absolutely love to react to it here. Before we hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. My Instagram and TikTok for literally anything else. And yeah, let's get into it. Real quickly though, I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor. So I know in today's video, we're covering some very sketchy and scammy things here, but I want to talk about something that is very constant that involves you and your data. So I don't know if you guys do or don't know, but your information can be leaked all the time. Data brokers will essentially get a hold of your personal information like your phone number, your home address, and many other details that honestly no one should know about and sell it to robocallers or scammers, and you could possibly be taken advantage of. It's absolutely awful, and no one has time for scams at all, not now, not later, and that's why I want to talk about a platform called Delete Me. So Delete Me software and team of experts will essentially scan the internet consistently to look for any of your personal information and do the work for you to request it being taken down. So if you were to individually ask for this stuff to be taken down, you would have to find every website, first of all, request for each website to take it down, and either way, you're going to have to follow up and double check every single one. And it's super time consuming and overwhelming, but Delete Me does all of that for you. So Delete Me is consistently checking on your data to make sure that you are protected and requests from every single one of those websites to get it all taken down. And I'm able to get a lovely little report every time that they filter through, and they tell me how much of my data they pulled down and how they're constantly protecting me and my information. So I used to be able to look it up and see like my full address on the internet, and now thankfully you can't anymore, which I love. Now Delete Me is not just helpful to me. They have been able to actually remove over 100 million pieces of data for all of their customers, which is an incredible thing to talk about. And Delete Me is wanting to help out all of my viewers today. So if you guys go in the link in the description below or pin comment and use the code IL20, you will get 20% off of your Delete Me subscription. Again, thank you so much to Delete Me for sponsoring today's video and helping keep my data secure. And now let's get into it. All right, you guys, let's get into this first one. Let's also, by the way, let's maybe start a routine where guess what MLM she's in.
I'm going to give you 6 reasons as to why you should go for it and say yes to that business opportunity that you were thinking about. Number 1, you are the youngest you will ever be. You're never going to be 20 years old again. You're never going to be 21 years old again.
Which is all the reason to not do it. You know, not do the business idea that the random 20-year-old is saying join in on. Like, again, I'm 24. I just turned 24. I'm not dogging on people that are young. There are too many people though that are flaunting a business opportunity and there is no critical thinking skills and there's no actual foundation to explain exactly how you can be successful and how it will work for you and the data behind it to prove the point. They only just talk about a business opportunity. We're talking about a multi-level marketing company, which is statistically set up to fail you. And it makes no logical sense to me because if I have my own business, why in the absolute fresh hell would I say, hey, sell the same shit that I am? Like, hello, competition? Like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. So why would you encourage people to not only join the same thing and sell the same shit, but also join a system and encourage other people to join a system that has such a high failure rate?
You're never going to be 25 years old again. You're only getting older, and I'm here to tell you that time is ticking. Number 2, you will always wonder why you didn't try. Down the road from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're going to look back and you're going to...
This is why I think I discuss these kinds of scams and unethical things here on this channel, because I'm like, if you're gonna do it, I need you to know the red flags and warning signs so that way you can get out faster. Because what happens is people get sucked in for so long because they're so, like, again, rose-colored glasses, they can't see the red flags. It's scary. But I am trying to also use my channel as an example so you can see other reasons and information so that way you know you're not missing out on anything, okay? Because the information is proven to you're not missing out on anything. I am telling you right now, there's so many examples. I have my whole MLM, anti-MLM, you know, like playlist. You're not missing out on anything.
This is your one opportunity at life. You have the opportunity. It's right there in front of you. Why not just do it? Number 4, best case you win, and I promise you, you probably will. Worst case, you learn and you grow from your experience.
Nah, okay. We're talking about the loss a little too lightly. This day and age, not many people are able to just lose a couple $100s because of a multi-level marketing company. And that's what a lot of people usually experience from what I've personally seen is there are many people who join and like, first of all, a lot of the MLM starter kits are a couple hundred, sometimes they're less, but a lot of people are sucked into buying a couple $100 worth for when it comes to a starter kit because they're heavily encouraged to do so. But then additionally, the amount of like fees, how much you have to pay, and some people don't realize the tiny things will add up, but they're labeled in the MLM as part of the investment or investing into your future. I cannot tell you how many times I've watched training calls or other MLM top leaders, like the big dogs, even talk about how they've dumped thousands to keep their entire system rolling because they lost some downlines or they couldn't keep up with certain numbers to keep their ranks. So it's not all how she's labeling it to be. The loss is way more than what we're actually seeing or how she's describing it. Losing hundreds of dollars and realizing during tax season, oh shit, I actually lost a lot of money. That's devastating. And that's also wasted money that can go into an actual business opportunity. So
we're all learning, we're all growing, but we're doing it together. Number 5, you will regret missed opportunities so much more than failed ones. Not everything is smooth sailing. A lot of people fail in life. I failed at things that I've done, but that doesn't stop me to continue to do things and just learn to be better at it. Number 6, last but not least, we are literally on a floating rock. If you know, you know. So with that being said, just go for it. You have nothing to lose in this lifetime.
The people who are needing an extra side income and needing money, you're going to be the big ass target for this, which is very sad to say the least. So you do have a lot to lose. Many people are a paycheck or two away from being homeless. Like I literally, the information on that is fucking insane to me. And so it's so devastating how someone is going to be like, you have nothing to lose. But because somebody is so desperate for a new opportunity or a way to help maybe keep up with the bills, they might go for it because they think they're going to actually get a return on their investment, which is not the case whatsoever. So this is why I talk about it. This is not a normal casual thing to do. This isn't like, let's buy a 4 for $4 from Wendy's, or maybe let's make soaps if we want and sell them at our local farmer's market. That would have a higher return rate than an MLM for that matter. Please be cautious, okay? This is like, that is such a dangerous mindset to have. I am all for risks, and I have taken many risks when it comes to me being self-employed. Very calculated risks. And people can take risks, and you can take risks absolutely, but this isn't calculated risks. And many people do not have the probability to lose as much as you can in an MLM. Oh my God. So by the way, this creator was in Monet. So here's another one, y'all. Please, you're gonna eat this up with me. Let's get into it.
3 types of people that hate on Arbonne. The first person is the person that tried the business, didn't put in the time, didn't put in the energy, wasn't coachable, wasn't willing to do what it took to be successful. And because of that, it's easier to blame the business, that the business didn't work, when most likely that person probably didn't work the way that they were supposed to, or maybe how often they were supposed to, anything like that.
That is a long ass run-on sentence, Kristen. Holy hell. So close, but that's not true whatsoever. The first person that hates Arbonne is actually the person that tried it and did put in the effort. You know, they did put in the effort, but they realized that they were essentially being led by a bunch of people who don't actually have any education on business or marketing or sales for that matter, leading you, which is consistently what we see in these industries. And when the company is not exactly set up to have you succeed, you're going to fail. If you have contradicting information, please attempt to prove me wrong. I would love for everyone to have opportunities. Clearly, though, I'm right a lot when it comes to this. The FTC literally says that even if you work really, really hard, even the ones that put in lots of effort, more likely you're not going to make anything. That should be the fattest red flag on the planet. If you literally are getting told by the Federal Trade Commission, hey, even if you work a lot, even though they say, hey, work hard and you can get there, even if you work hard, you're probably not going to get anything. So, okay, who are the other 2 people who hate on Arbonne? Please tell me.
Second is the person that doesn't understand the business model. Yes, there are companies out there that I do not agree with. I don't think are moral. I don't think that they are correct, or I don't agree with them, hence why I'm specifically with Arbonne. I've dove into other companies. There are some things that I just simply do not agree with. So I do believe that there are companies out there that don't make sense and don't seem moral. But that's, first of all, why I chose Arbonne. So someone that hates on the structure of the business of Arbonne don't understand how it works. And a lot of times when someone comes to me like that, I ask them questions. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Or like, explain that a little bit more. And they're like, well, I don't really know, but I've just heard that from a lot of people. And it's like, So that is a big one. Someone that doesn't understand the ins and the outs of the business and just sees it from a surfacey level or compares it to other companies or brands choose to give it a bad rep because they simply don't understand it enough.
Comparing another MLM structure to Arbonne. So I do agree to an extent. I think there are companies that are multi-level marketing that are slightly different. The foundation and basis, though, most of the time is the same. The only difference is maybe rank requirements, maybe they don't have a sales requirement a month, like that kind of stuff. There's tiny things. The main foundation of MLMs, though, are going to have requirements that consist of the following. You are going to have a starter kit, whether that is free or not. You have to do something to join. Then you do have to grow the company or grow your company, whatever you want to call it, and or recruiting people. Most, I have only probably seen one or two, did not have the direct requirement to recruit people. Most companies require you to recruit people to grow in the ranks. Now, why do you need to grow in the ranks? So you can make more money. Like literally so many of the ways of making money in these compensation plans are dependent on recruiting people. And that's why people don't like it. Here's your income disclosure statement. I'll pop up over here. Most people are not making a lot of money in this in an entire year from the first and second rank. Now, again, I'm going to actually pop up very quickly the rank requirements for rank 1 and 2 so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. How, look at the requirements. Look what you have to do to stay active and whatnot. So please, it needs to be explained. Why should anyone like this system? This is not a good system to be a part of. Filtering through people constantly and recruiting them in, making lists of your neighbors, friends, and people from the PTA meeting, that doesn't sound a little red flaggy to you? Like
the third person is the person is not willing to get uncomfortable and try something new. So it's easier to sit back and hate on something because you might not believe that you have what it takes to try something new, something different, something that is not of the norm. And because of that, people just think it's a lot easier to just sit on the sidelines and hate on something because they don't simply believe in themselves that they could do something like that and be successful at it. The business model of Arbonne is so smart. Every
time these videos pop up, I never get an explanation of how it's smart, how it's beneficial, and how you can grow. The only way that you actually get some of this information is if you join the company and get on the trainings. But every training that I popped into, there's always contradictions, but they never address those. So
smart. And so if you are somebody that has maybe been thinking about Arbonne, maybe don't even know what it is or how it works, and you want to try something new, get different results in your life, step out of your comfort zone, do something that is not of the norm, I have that opportunity for you. And I have been here for almost 5 years. This has been my full-time thing since I was literally 19 years old. And it has been one of the best things that has ever happened to me. And the business works. The business model works as long as you put in the time, you put in the energy, you are coachable and you want to learn, and you just go all in and you try something different, you're gonna be fine. You are going to be fine. So
if that was the case, we wouldn't see that many failures when it comes to your company. So if you see that much of a consistent pattern, something is wrong with the system. So that is exactly why I am a very firm belief that Arbonne is one of the many MLM systems that is failing people. It is not exactly, in my opinion, set up to help people grow. MLMs in general are not set up to help people grow. Nor is master resale rights, the MRR stuff, nor is a lot of the scam courses. None of the stuff is actually set up to help you. These people that are talking about it are hoping that you fall for the short-term manipulation though, so that way you buy or do whatever they say so they can get the benefits, and hopefully you keep those rose-colored glasses on long enough so they can get as much out of you as you can.
If you are someone that is looking into this, curious about it, maybe you haven't even heard about it and you just want to chat about it, you have questions, whatever that.
I gotta stop this. This is way too damn long. Also, if you're looking into a business opportunity, get an insider and an outsider perspective. Do not just talk to someone on the inside, talk to people on the outside. Google the companies, Google the company and lawsuit. Like, dig into the shit independently, because I'm telling you right now, I would never want to work with somebody and just listen to a person on the inside. Don't listen to the people that are just promoting it and getting paid to promote it. This has got to be some kind of finance bro shit. Let's get into it.
The general public would think multi-level marketing is whatever, it's a scam or this or that. And then the more I've been in business and the more I've met good entrepreneurs.
He has his face photoshopped in this. What a way to make me take you seriously is when you're trying to talk about a business opportunity, you're photoshopping your face on a fucking stock image from Adobe.
Like Ed or Patrick or yourself. And then I see that at some point they had this training in multi-level marketing, or, I just even look at today and I'm like, okay, well, people are building these downlines in solar, in insurance, in pest. It's all the same thing. Yep. EXP. They're all multi-level marketing and, they don't have bad reps. It's just like people just don't really understand it's the same thing.
It's called direct sales. All it is a corporate hierarchy,
I don't have any multi-level marketing things except within my own company, I guess, right? Just with corporate hierarchy, but I'm not recruiting anyone to go do things for me. But then again, you kind of are, because people affiliate my stuff and whatever else too.
Ooh, my brain hurt with that one. There are certain levels of direct sales and multi-level marketing that exist in many different fields of work, okay? A big thing that it comes down to is the difference of if people are actually getting paid what they should be. The problem is most people in MLMs aren't really making the money, and that's a huge problem. It's one thing if you're joining and becoming a part of a sales team, for example, and you're making money and then maybe commission on top of that. That's a different story. If I'm a part of a 9-to-5, if I have a 9-to-5, I'm getting paid to show up. I'm getting paid by the hour, whatever the case may be, I'm getting paid. I'm legally required to get paid. In an MLM, you're not required that whatsoever. And so you have all this work that you're putting in and you're not getting anything in return. But also some of the requirements to get said return money is to get people into a system and not actually sell products. So that is a difference, and that is a huge problem. A lot of multi-level marketing companies are based on most people not getting paid, but they're doing essentially a lot of free marketing for the company. And on top of that, their ways of actually making money, if they ever have a chance to, are recruiting people into a system that isn't even making them money already to begin with. It's just a lot of people understand it. They don't want to deal with it and keep it as a normal thing for people to join. That shouldn't be glorified or normalized in any way. And by the way, there needs to be some certification before you can give out podcast mics, because what are you doing, dude? Here's this next one. It says, you financed $20,000 on a car. You're congratulated on your new car. You're $40,000 in student debt, but congratulations, you're in university. You invest $320 into an online business with zero risk that has the potential to earn 6+ figures, and all you get is crickets. If nothing's changing, nothing changes. All right, Jasmine, let's get into it. So Jasmine's a part of Monet. That checks out. And if you're someone who can afford $20,000 for a car or the payments, then what's the big deal? Yeah, and what about it? $40,000 in student debt. Okay, yeah, I will agree to an extent on this. Student debt is excessively expensive. It shouldn't be that expensive. Don't like the debt, but at least you're getting an education, which I am very, very happy for mine. You know what I mean? But you invest $320 into an online business with zero risk that has the potential to earn 6+ figures, and all you get is crickets. No, Jasmine, that's not what we're doing. If it was no risk, we wouldn't be bitching now, would we? If it was no risk, everyone would be doing it, and there would not be any discourse like what I'm creating right now. But there is a risk. The FTC says so. Actually, you know what? Let's look up the Monet income disclosure statement. It says market partners, 91.33% of active and inactive partners. The low annual gross earning was 0. High annual gross earning was 26,648. The average annual gross earnings was 133. The median annual gross earnings was $34. I stick with median as a number because, in my opinion, that has been the most accurate to figure out how consistently what you're going to find most people to be hitting. So, quick question, raise of hands, $34. Is that 5 figures? Is that 6 figures? Not even close. Okay, so let's look into the second rank. That's 4.73%. That's bad. For the second rank, 4.73% of the company, high annual gross earnings is 15,000. Low annual is 0. Ouch. Average annual is 1,236. The median is 1,159. And mind you, that's not including taxes, fees, products you gotta buy, or anything for that matter. Is that a 5-figure business? 1,159. The comma goes right here. So that's 4. That would not be 5. It's not 6 even. So in conclusion, it looks statistically, there would be a high failure rate and most people are not getting to that, 6-figure number. When do we get a higher chance of hitting that 6-figure number? We actually don't even hit 5 figures until we do Marketing Mentor, which is only 0.21% of participants. Okay, and then we don't hit the 6-figure until we get into Associate Executive, which is 0.02%. So, all right, Jasmine, we really got to start fact checking these people. And every time, by the way, every time you see people that have this like aesthetically pleasing background and a bunch of little information about like business facts or numbers, they're just randomly putting in quotes that they found off of Pinterest or that they put through ChatGPT. That's it. Okay. So moral of the story, I've showed you many examples of this. There's a lot of scammers here on the internet that are promoting excessive bullshit to you. Okay. This doesn't just stick with multi-level marketing companies. There are MRR courses. There are crazy TikTok health fads. There's so much sketchy shit that's being pushed to you. Don't join an MLM. Bare minimum, don't join an MLM. And if you're going to, I can't stop you on everything. Please thoroughly research in the red flags. That way, when you see them, you can at least get out and then come back home to mama. Okay. So that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to check out today's sponsor, the link in the description below and pinned comment. And stay tuned because we have way more really incredible and juicy videos that we're coming up this week. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.